Chief, what's good, y'all? I woke up this morning with a little download. Now, I don't fully understand this concept all the way, but I'm gonna give y'all what the pieces that I understand right now. I'm gonna give y'all these pieces. I'm basically just gonna give y'all this concept to where maybe somebody else could, fully understand it more or something like that. But I'm just gonna give the concept. So, I done had several people ask me the question, what is time? What is time, Because we all know that time really doesn't exist, and we all know that time is an illusion that was created by the Arthurians, I believe. They created time. So, what is it? What is time? Now, to be 100 with you, y'all, I'm gonna say that time is nothing more than you. What you are. You are time. You create time. You control time. You decide, what timeline you want to be on, all that. You. It's you. That's the reason why they put the spell on you to create time in the first place. You got to understand that. If you think about it, time is nothing more than consciousness. Nothing more. Because if you think about it, when you say something like, damn, you remember when we did this, and then you start remembering that timeline, you start remembering, the events that happened in that timeline, you remember those thoughts in the form of a memory. And a memory is a thought. And we know that thought is consciousness. So with that being said, your thoughts, your consciousness literally is time. Because like I said, time is nothing more than a constant a constant direction of consciousness. And what that consciousness experienced during that timeline. That's all time is. You see what I'm saying? So literally, they just took a concept that we already had and fucking threw night and day, 24 hours and that shit on top of it and called it time. You see what I'm saying? And they got us all fooled thinking that, it's time when really, you can go any direction in time you want. But they literally create time for you. Reality plays a big role in time as well, because the things that's going on in your reality, you gonna remember that shit in your time. You see what I'm saying? So these are the ways that they control time, y'all. They control time with events, major events like fucking the Super Bowl, the playoffs, all that shit with sports and things like that, because that shit happens every fucking year. So when it keeps happening, motherfuckers know, oh shit, that was 3 years ago, because all they gotta do is be like, shit, that was 3 Super Bowls ago, so 3 years. You see what I'm saying? They create all these big ass events and shit, and this is what helps create the time. What else? So I said reality. I said all these major events that they have, disasters, which that goes along with events as well. And basically shit like that, they got your birthday. That's events as well. Look, most of this shit, y'all, is events. That's how they get you. They get you with these events, things that happen every single year, holidays, things that happen every single year, and they just keep repeating themselves. It just keep recycling itself over and over and over again. And each time you start over, it's another year. That's how they creating time. You see what I'm saying? If you just be like, just think about it like this. If you was to say that there is no fucking December 31st, so there's no end of the year, then what would time be? Time it wouldn't even exist because you wouldn't be thinking about shit. You remember what happened last year? Everything could just be here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll just be now. You would be able to literally go back and relive that event. And you would think that it just happened. There is no time. Time is a whole concept that they created off something that we already had going. They just wiped they just wiped it away from us and then threw some shit on top of it, threw some fucking spices and some sauce on there and called it time. So now they got us all thinking that shit, we all gonna die eventually. We got this amount of time before the day end. We got this amount of time before the year end. Shit like that. And you notice how when you get older, time start to fly faster. Do you know why? Because you have less time to pay attention to time. Because you too busy focusing on working, paying bills, doing things like that, raising your kids, getting a house. All society got you too fucking distracted. So you're not paying attention to time. So time flies by. Don't that happen with everything? Say you doing something real fucking fun and you don't want that shit to end and you ain't really paying attention to the clock. Time going. But when you at fucking work and you paying attention to everything, like, god damn. Because listen, y'all, when you at work, you paying attention to yourself mostly. Because you in that bitch thinking, god damn, that's your soul. You listening to your soul when you at work. Your soul be, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm not trying to be in here. I'm trying to go home. So you paying attention to you. You paying attention to everything. So that means time is going to last a little bit longer. It's going to feel like it's longer because you paying attention now. You see what I'm saying? But shit, you paying attention at work. So you still paying attention like to time, but at the same time, you're being distracted by what you doing at work. So it's not like you just at work like this, just sitting there thinking. If you see, y'all, that's what you got to understand. That's when you receive the most greatest downloads. When you somewhere where you don't fucking want to be and you got to pay attention to everything. Because now you're going to be, your soul is going to be talking to you. You're going to be fucked, man. I'm trying to get up out of here. You're going to be bored as hell. You're going to start daydreaming. You're going to start fucking. Your consciousness is going to leave. You're going to be fucking daydreaming about some shit. You're going to be thinking about what you could be doing, what you want to do. You're going to be thinking about how you used to play basketball and shit. You're going to be thinking about everything that's you because you have that time and you're not being distracted by everything outside of here. You see what I'm saying? When you at work, you ain't got the motherfucking TV. You ain't got your phone really. You ain't got none of these things. So with that being said, you being distracted by too much shit. But if you somewhere like, say you get in trouble at school and you at ISS and you ain't got nothing but that little ass cubicle and you ain't got shit in front of you, you gonna be paying attention to you because there's nothing to distract you. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And while you in there, it's gonna feel like you in that motherfucker forever. All fucking day you gonna be goddamn. Shit long as hell. But really, it's the same amount of time, but you made the shit feel like it's longer because you have the power to create time because you are time. You see what I'm saying? The shit is deep, y'all. The shit is deep. So, with all this shit that I'm giving you right now, this shit let you know, listen, you can create your own time, y'all. You can do that. You can do that. For real. You can do it. You just have to go out there and do it. And you have to pay more. You have to focus more on this whole concept. And think about it like, damn. This shit really is based on, because you got to know, everything that deal with time is tied to you, what you remember. Because if you don't pay no attention to the fucking NFL, and somebody be like, how many years ago was that when a motherfucking so-and-so did this and that? You ain't gonna know. That timeline not gonna exist to you because you don't pay no attention to that. You gonna be, huh? Oh, shit, I don't know. But when somebody make you aware of that, now they create another fucking time avenue for you. You see what I'm saying? It's just all about consciousness, y'all, really. That's all time is consciousness. That's it. But anyways, y'all, I didn't want to make this video too long. 10 minutes, that's decent for this short concept that I came up with. This shit is actually powerful as fuck. And if you really understand what the fuck I'm trying to tell you, you could really break through with this, y'all. See what I'm saying? You could really break through, and you could really use this to your advantage as well. Really. Cause y'all, just listen. Anytime when you somewhere when you don't have distractions, shit gonna last forever. It's gonna last for a long ass time. And that's because you paying attention to yourself. And you are time. So if you paying attention to yourself, time is gonna be like you watching time. You see? So it's gonna take longer. But when you doing something else and you're fucking distracted and you're not paying attention to you paying attention to the outside world, now you not paying attention to time, so time gonna fly. That's the reason why your life is flying by right now. That's the reason why your life is flying the fuck by, because you not paying attention to you. You paying attention to society and what the fuck you think you supposed to be doing in society. Chief, I'm out.